Welcome back to my channel. My name's Chantel. This is the Bloom Room. If you don't know me, I'm basically all things spiritual, evolutionary growth, mental health. I'm pretty much passionate about the things that no one teaches us that we need to know. And so the more that I have to go through and the more that I heal, as painful as it is and as painful as it has been, I truly think that maybe I suffer in these ways because maybe I'm meant to teach other people how to deal with them. So that's my kind of motive for the channel. And so today I want to share with you guys something that I actually had written in a journal a while back, a long time ago: how to be yourself when you don't feel like yourself. We all have that time when we just don't fucking feel like ourselves. Like it's crazy. But the page before this that started my intuitive writing, I don't know if you can see it. I just started writing like crazy, and what sparked it was this. I was just kind of free-flowing, spoken word type, poetry type shit, I don't know. But it says, if we didn't know suffering, it would all be so perfect and boring. Life is a game. Life is a game of playing small, forgetting who you are, suffering because you feel so false, remembering, suffering because the world is asleep, remembering how much power is dormant in your pain, forgetting that it's all an illusion, remembering not to take it so serious. Life is a game of hide and seek with the soul. Eventually, you don't have to seek or remember, you will just be, because there was nothing to be lost to begin with. So, yeah, I just want to just dive right into it pretty much. So, when people say you're building character, I find language so powerful, and I think everything's intentional. When we say building character, it's because we see ourselves as roles. We see ourselves as roles that need to be created and further built upon. We're seeing ourselves as characters in a play, or the roles that we wear every day, and we feel like we need to continue to build that role, like the ego, the fake persona, whatever you want to call it. The thing that gets me tripped out is how can you try to be that's such an oxymoron. The two oppose each other. You cannot try to be yourself. You can't. Who you are naturally emerges, and it's the moments that you aren't aware of, but it's the moments where something catches you off guard, you're laughing, or you are reacting to something that really surprised you. It's in this small moment that you're really being yourself. It's only only other people can see yourself. Sometimes I feel out of it, we feel depressed and everything, and I'm I need to try to be myself. Or if you're nervous, if you're talking to a new guy or something, you're I need to try to be myself. I don't feel like myself. But who is yourself to begin with? How can you try to be? The two oppose each other. Trying requires energy exertion, and being requires nothing but space. Understand that when you're trying to be something, whether that's someone else or especially yourself, you're both running from and seeking the same thing. You're seeking you. To be yourself requires no movement, no thought, no planned out practicing conversations in my head. That's not what it takes to be the real you. To be you is the most natural thing you'll ever experience, and you'll feel that in the alignment, and you'll know this is who I really am. You cannot lose yourself, but you can lose touch with her easily. It happens very easily. By saying I'm not myself today, you are in that moment separating from yourself in that very act or thought of I'm not being myself. That's you separating from yourself. And that's when a soul fragmentation comes in. We don't want to split any more of our psyche. We have enough to deal with. We don't want to keep furthering the damage that's been done. We want to heal it. Lowest of lows, highest of highs, everything you feel is you. When we're low and we're feeling damn, I don't feel like myself, that is you. That's you 100%. It's you. You have to acknowledge the highs and the lows. So when you're feeling low and you think, damn, this is not me at all, what happens? that feeling, that vibration, that side of yourself then becomes something you don't even claim. Like, I know it's not a lot to you, but when you say stuff like that, whatever feeling or vibration or emotion or I don't know, whatever, it becomes something not only that you don't claim, but now you're not going to take accountability for it. And that's where the loss of control comes in, when we feel like, oh, I just don't know what to do, I don't feel like myself. You're giving your power away by not claiming and realizing that everything you're going through and everything you're feeling is you. And that's a part of shadow work. You're not going to take responsibility for it because it is you, but you're saying it's not, and you're running from yourself. And then you're like closing a door, if that makes sense, to like what could have been integrated. You're subconsciously telling yourself, I should not be feeling this way, I should not be feeling this way. It's okay to feel. It's okay to feel. And I know it feels so unfair, and you're like, I just need to be happy, like why can't I be happy? But when you're saying like I shouldn't be feeling like this, it's very unhealthy and toxic for your energy. When you're telling yourself like I shouldn't be feeling like this, whether it be for the sake of you or for the sake of being in a better mood for people around you or whatever, you're resisting what is happening to you, what you are feeling, things that you can't help the way you feel, but you can help if you resist it and deny it and like let that part of you like go off and like do its own thing in your psyche and be like, oh fuck this bitch, oh she's not claiming me, oh now I'm gonna trigger her in every way. Your happy pleasant moods are not the only ones that need exposure to the light. Your dark moods need exposure to the light even more. They need to be expressed, they need to be felt deeply. Whatever form of expression, I hope and pray that it's a healthy one. We can always find one together, but they deserve the expression and they deserve to be felt. And by you thinking that's the happy, pleasant you is the only you, the real you, the whole you, thinking that is destructive for your soul. Do not leave yourself in difficult times and energies. By refusing to acknowledge, to accept your shadow energy, it might not be what you're used to, it might be uncomfortable. Hell yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable. But it's just parts of you that have been repressed by this very act, for this very reason. These feelings and thoughts, they're just past aspects of yourself. They're wounded inner children that just need your love, need your acknowledgement. The child is just crying, and it's like, that's what I mean. If you don't acknowledge it, they're gonna spiral. Like, these energies are not gonna be good, and your inner child is like basically crying to you, like, see me, like feel me, you know. Like, it's not just about feeling happy all the time, like, and thinking that that's how it should be. It's unrealistic. It's really unrealistic. My mom said something that changed the way I thought about things a lot. She was talking about her friend, and she goes, I think it was something about substance abuse maybe, or I'm not sure, but she goes, she thinks she can just feel good all the time, and that's just not the reality of the world. You just can't. And I'm like, if that's not me, like, I expect to like feel, I expect to feel good all the time, for life to be like happy. And it's unfair and shit, but like, that's where we're fucking up, by thinking that like the real you is the good, the bad, and the ugly, sis. Like the hideous, like the scary, like crazy thoughts, like all that. It's the real you. It's just like, once you repress them, they're going somewhere, like you don't know where they're going in your unconscious, and they need to be seen. Energy doesn't disappear, it's transmuted. You just need to accept and love every part of yourself, every feeling, every crazy thought, every sad thought, and just know, like, it is me, but like the good and the happy is, and all of that is just as much me, if not more. And know that you deserve to be able to express when you're sad. You are allowed to vibe low, but when you do, don't just say, oh, I'm not myself, I don't know what I need to do. You know what you need to do. Feel it. Just feel whatever it is. Just stay with those sad parts of you. so that you can both move forward. Just let go of how shit should be and choose to pour energy into the things that uplift you. Don't pour your energy and react to how much something hurts or feels heavy. Just let it flow through. If something unfavorable is happening, either shift how you're perceiving or experiencing it, or let it go, let it be, free it up, like let it pass through you. Sometimes it's in your control, sometimes it's not in your control, but know when to change some things and then just know when to surrender and be with yourself. So I thought that was important to share with you guys. I love you so, so much. And yeah.